In this video, I'm going to go over the top 3 most profitable funnels / landing pages for service-based businesses, particularly coaches and agencies. This first one we're going over is a standard VSL funnel. So VSL means video sales letter. And this will be the landing page where you send your cold traffic from, whether that be ads, cold email, outreach, that kind of thing. So you have your small bit of branding at the top. Notice that we don't have any external links. This is a landing page, not a website. So we've got no distractions apart from what your core offer is. So you just got some small branding. You're calling out your exact target audience or your ICP. So yeah, that could be, UK business owners or coaches and agencies, for instance, if you were to target those people. You got your headline offer, which will go here. This basically, this is where you want to drop your sort of like winning offer, summarize what you do, why it's valuable, and reduce the risk for the person. And then you can just go into detail about that offer here, make it even more compelling. They provide more reasoning on what you actually do, getting rid of some of their biggest fears and objections. So an example, for instance, would be replace your 9 to 5 with passive property income without the cost, risk, or hassle of buying a house, even if you have no prior property experience. So that's how you get the dream outcome without the biggest fear or objection, even if you have this limiting belief. So a lot of people think they can't get into property investing if they've never done it before. Your standard call to action button, get started now. And then here you'd have a small line or a screenshot of your like Google reviews, Trustpilot reviews. If you don't have them, then you can go for an urgency thing instead. So you can do limited spots available, price goes up soon, offer ends soon, that kind of thing. This is then when you have your VSL, your video, and you can explain in a lot more detail about your offer, show some proof points, screenshots of client results you've got, and then finishing off again with a call to action button and another opportunity to add some more social proof, such as your reviews, potentially a testimonial, or just again, a different point for urgency. So when someone clicks that, they will then fill out a form. You put the form here and you add at least one qualifier question so that you have higher lead quality. That then takes you to, if they're qualified, so they answer that qualification successfully, they will then go to this page. Again, small branding, but we make it look like they're making progress. They're on step 2. They now need to schedule their call. So great, you qualify for this offer. Step 2 of 2, schedule your free strategy call below. And then you basically would just drop your calendar in here and people can schedule in. However, if they're not qualified, they don't answer that qualification step successfully, and they might be a bit of a time waster for you. You send them to a different page like this. This is not fully filled out, but it'll just show you an example of what you could put here. So it looks like we're not quite a fit. What you want to do on this page, you want to explain why they don't qualify, and then offer them something of value so they feel like they've not wasted their time. So if you don't have anything to give them, then offer them a free resource that you found that will help them with their current situation. Or what you can do, and what I do, is I productize my services so that anyone who can't quite afford the full packages or aren't quite my ICP, they get a productized version for a lot cheaper. And then they can access that basically on this page. If you want to do that, then you want to basically use a completely different template, which I'll go over later in this video. Alternatively, what you want to do here, you want to add a little snag message, probably near the bottom of the page. But that is just basically a line saying, if you do think you qualify, because you tell them the reasons they're not qualified. If you do think you qualify, drop us an email. And that's just in case someone, clicked the wrong button on the form and actually think they do qualify for your services. Then you can make a judgment call. Once they've booked a call from your second page here, we then take them to a thank you page. You tell them that the call is scheduled, but they need to confirm it. So the reason we do that is because we want them to add it to their calendar so that they get natural reminders, as well as the reminders we're going to set them from things like, their Google Meets and their Google Calendar. People that add their scheduled call to their calendar as well are far more likely to show up for the call and not waste your time being a no-show. So yeah, we just remind them to confirm they must add the call to the calendar, or we will have to do basically remove it due to the volume of inquiries we get. You've got to protect your own time. You've got to protect your own calendar. So that's a fair thing to ask them to do. And then on this page, if they scroll this far, then you've got some testimonials to start getting them excited for the call. It doesn't matter if they see these or not. You mainly just want them to achieve this. If they see these, great. But we're going to be sending them, nurture emails with testimonials and case studies anyway. But it's always nice to have it here to, start getting them excited for the call they're going to have. So next funnel type we have, guys, is a lead magnet funnel. So these are great for, getting people's contact information from some kind of free resource. And then, you can nurture them further down the line into some kind of paid product. So yeah, same sort of design. You want some small branding here, no distractions, calling out your target audience so they know this is for them. You then put your lead magnet off it here. So if it might be like a checklist, like top 10 checklist before running any meta ad to ensure it's profitable, something like that. Briefly explain what they can achieve with the lead magnet and then give them a, access to checklist now. And then a picture or a video of your lead magnet. If you do a video, show it in action, behind the scenes sort of thing, but a picture really can just do here. A lot of the times with a lead magnet, your ad's going to do a lot of the lifting, and your outreach method or your outreach emails are going to do a lot of the hard work for you. You just want to send them to a page where they can just grab it. So they access the checklist, and then basically you say, let us know where you want us to send this, and then name of your lead magnet. This makes it very likely that they'll give their email and their name. Rather than you just asking for it, let them know where to send it, so it's got a purpose. And then of course we use that to upsell them down the line. What we can do then is, after someone has submitted this form and they're sent it, we let them know, look, we've sent your lead magnet to the email, but whilst we've got you, did you know we actually help with one-on-one consultation or one-on-one mentoring for this exact problem you're trying to solve with the lead magnet? And basically, for instance, if your lead magnet was about procrastination, we could do, we've helped hundreds of people suffering from procrastination take control of their lives, make quality time for their children, and finally live the life they've always dreamed of. It all starts with a simple conversation with our team. Schedule your free one-to-one mentorship call now. So if your lead magnet was a checklist for how to become more productive, this would be for people that actually, they might want to benefit from some one-on-one help. So yeah, stop procrastination for life, schedule my one-to-one call now. You can then again have a video explaining your services here and show some social proof as well to really get those people over the line. Some people might not do it. They might just want the lead magnet and they'll come back later. But some people will be in that sort of buying mood now. And they'll realize actually you really do help them, and they'll trust you because of this video. And so they'll book in for their scheduled call. So yeah, schedule your free one-to-one end procrastination for life call now. So give it a nice name. So yeah, you put your calendar here with some qualifying questions. You want to add qualifying questions here because you've got lead magnet traffic. You're going to have quite fairly low quality traffic compared to other types. So you want to add qualifier questions because you want to protect your calendar. You want to look, okay, this guy's not going to be able to afford our full services later down the line. Let's, cancel this call, send them an email. And then obviously if they book their call, a similar thing to the last funnel, their free mentorship call is scheduled. Now you need to confirm it. And again, that's to increase your show rates and to get them excited for the call. Okay, this next one is for webinar funnels. Webinar funnels are really strong. If you have the time and the ability to run your own webinar, they are fantastic for high ticket offers. So up here, we've got, free web class Wednesday, 28th of October. I would avoid potentially using the word webinar sometimes because people think that that's going to be a lot of effort from them and it's just a glorified sales call. So instead, make it educational. So web class Wednesday, say the date, 28th of October, 2025. And it's 26 now, but this is just like an old template I have. What the time it is and that they can claim their free spot. Remind them that the webinar is free. Again, branding here, call out who it's for so they know it's definitely for them in the right spot. Put your headline offer here, and then, put your subtext here. So e.g. make 10K a month by monetizing your knowledge without building a personal brand, even if you hate posting to social media. So that's what this webinar can be about, how to build your personal brand, how to make your first 10K a month consistently without needing to post to social media. So register for the free webinar now. Hurry, spots are limited. Small line of social proof. Again, a VSL explaining what they're going to learn on the webinar, why they should show up live, that kind of thing. So clicking to register, they can then use their, you just register their information with the form. You can use an external embed if you have a different webinar host. So for instance, Webinar Jam, we really recommend that, but you can put your Webinar Jam forms directly in here. And we also have like an exit intent. So the first time they load this page, when they try and leave, it will pop up. And we do this for most of our funnels. There's a last ditch reminder telling them that they can register. So nice to have as well. Now, after they register, you let them know that they're registered, which is great. But like similar to the other funnel, they might be in a buying mood right now. So we may as well try and upsell them. So do you want bonus that directly helps them achieve that dream desire. The reason they're here in the first place is because they want to make, a personal brand and make 10K a month. So do they want this bonus? And it can be a productized bonus. It can be a one-to-one call, a consultation, a mini course, that kind of thing. If they want this sort of extra bonus, basically, you have to turn up live to the webinar. Because the biggest problem with webinars is that the average attendance is around 20 to 30%. Most people can get to 30% with good copy, but we want to be trying to get to like 40%, 50% if possible. And the way we can do that is by offering a really cool free bonus that they really want, but only if they come up live and only if they watch the full thing. We want them to watch the full thing so that they're completely sold on you as a person. You have so much trust, and then whatever you try to sell them, they're very likely to convert. So yeah, show what it is. Make sure you don't miss the web class. Add it to your event, to your calendar. That's a really good way, again, to getting people to show up to webinars, is get them to add it to their calendar. And then what other people, are already saying who have attended the webinar. So yeah, reminder how to add it to their calendar. So yeah, really good tip there, guys, for increasing show up rates for webinars and retention rates as well. Okay, guys, and as a free bonus for you, we're actually going to go to a low ticket funnel. But do you remember earlier when we had the VSL funnel and someone wasn't qualified? Instead of just kicking them out of our system, what you can do is anyone who you want to send who is unqualified and shouldn't be able to book a call with you, you can send them to your unqualified page. Now, we mentioned you can use the alternative template low ticket purchase landing page if you have something to sell them that is productized. So here's an example of that. Here is your low ticket offer. So again, branding here, call out who it's for. You can get product name to achieve what the outcome that they want for just a fraction of the price of your main service or whatever you value that product as. So you list the major benefits, features, you'll receive, purchase product. If you can as well, add a satisfaction guarantee. So, unless you're 100% satisfied with the product, we'll refund you. Access product now. So yeah, and then you show the product image, then show what's inside with a video. You can then call out 4 main features. You can even add how much you value each feature. I'll show you what this looks like fully designed in a moment. State the total value of, you've justified why this is so valuable and what you believe it's valued and what other people potentially even paid for in the past if you've had this product for a while. And you can tell them what they're going to date it today for. Again, some social proof and urgency. See what other business owners like you are saying about the product. Testimonials. A product slide for the purchase. And then some frequently asked questions, because you're trying to sell people here without a sales call or a webinar or something. You need to provide way more information than you would for your higher ticket funnels, where you're just trying to get people to take an easy step, such as get a lead magnet, turn up for a call, fill in a form. You're actually getting someone to purchase here. So you need to provide more information because you're not going to be on call to sell them. But that is why it's nice also adding a VSL here. So once someone purchases, you can link whatever your checkout is, like your Stripe, for instance. They purchase and then they go to like a payment was successful. They've been emailed their product and they can also download it here if it's a digital product, for instance. So just to show you what that would look like, we've got the template here, and this is it in use for my own services. So, get the TotalMatrix Meta Ads bundle for just $197. This is the done, do-it-yourself sort of version of my services. So there you go. Down here, got a video, nice VSL. We explain what the core features are and the benefits. Today they can get it for $197, but it's valued at $750. Some testimonials of people that have bought it and used it and what they've achieved with it. Your product slide, money back guarantee, because I have a money back guarantee. You can add that to your funnel as well. Make sure you can definitely guarantee it though. And then frequently asked questions. And again, access the bundle. It then goes to the Stripe to be able to purchase, as you can see here. So those guys are the highest converting funnels for coaches and agencies. And you should definitely be using them because you're leaving a lot of money on the table and you're wasting a lot of money on ads, sending people to web pages that aren't converting, aren't doing their jobs.